said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome everyone to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack. With me guys, can't wait to get this started. Inside the 10-yard line, they'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found, but hustled by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 41. So Louisville's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. They're both ready to make a huge impact. I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch you a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs with either of them. And I think what makes them really unique too, Dan, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible, just let them go to work. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And how about the timing of the linebacker once he get in the backfield, get a tackle for loss? Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back? Such a great feeling when the Moses broke the Red Sea and the hole opened up and you go filling. Outside the bike and let you go. Finds a man on the left. He's kind enough to move the chains and they'll spot it at the 47. And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game. The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. The long back's got it. Oh, he's got a chance. This defense was flailing as he weaved his way. He got down to the 26. You count up those explosive plays in the game and you put a little extra star by the big runs. Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets to the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run. They'll give it to him again. Blast this way ahead and not much room, a pickup of 1 to the 24. Looks as if we had an injury on that last play and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Through the air, it's Moss. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the line. We knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive to go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and goal. Fighting at the edge with a quick push pass. Touchdown Cardinals! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early. It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB. Setting up for the extra point after the first quarter of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're getting decided to kick it away, and that score took a little whoop out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to hold up their field position. Nice shot, executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Pitt Panthers up front will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact plays our coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you? Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring in every single day. Like, that you can depend on them. They can get other guys behind them. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love. And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. You're just going to see what they do today. They'll try to run. Big collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Fred in the middle with speed. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it up for 40. You might have expected to see this baby up in his receiver's kitchen instead. Nice little zone to pick up the first. Man, offenses are getting so good at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd shot. Stopped in the backfield, he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They're trying to run the football, there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside, that linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL. And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Cut in the middle, it's Lee. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and a array of possibilities here. The Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough edges on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. Defender all over and knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, forced the incompletion. They're going to line up to fire it away. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's got it out of bounds after a short return. He leaves it with his back. Now after that run, they are in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. It's gotta feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around and hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage. The Cardinals can lead a 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It doesn't matter what one play you have called for running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job on the game. And the Cardinals pumped it all, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. Great job on the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting the guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a signal, secures the fair catch, and no period play at the 37. Offense back on field and ready to roll. Finding themselves down 7-0 mid-Lafayette drive going here. In football, you hear the turn. Don't be hurt, man. You can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs, and make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw a full speed. He's gonna fire deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You gotta be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the play. If the ball goes to who it's designed to go to, if that means you gotta turn around and hand it off, then that's what you gotta do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit. Looking left. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40, then working at the 39. 3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You gotta stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another 1st down. Gotta be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. Stop behind the line here, losing yard. And I like changing things up, I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything trying to in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some. They gotta come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the shotgun, they're right. He stopped short of the 1st down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short. Timeout call here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They'll run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. A lot of the defense was expecting on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping him off bounce with that play call. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Right back to the well. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was gonna be successful. Way too much penetration. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, he's gonna lose 3 yards on the play. That play had 0 shot. They gotta do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. A running back before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough, 3rd and long. Off the play fake. There's a hit. Grabbed over the middle, it's bleed. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped and it'll be 4th down from the 23. Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it's hits at 4th. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to a dead pool. And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the football team is out there ready to put it away. Here's a return from inside his 10. He was looking for a running room and none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Louisville has it back on the offense, coming out ready to attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. I'm just way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. That's really nice play. Impressive runs. First down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you get some movement, point of attack, and find a little reach for your own. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brown has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And what a spectacular play by that defensive end. Come up with the tackle there. And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success. And the Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get it down at the 45. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there down 7-3 as they open this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Now that's a really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing his mitts up there and catching the football. Make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. We're back on the deep. Turning it on! Nifty little scamper on this one, and off for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The defense has got to do a better job of deciding that football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football. And he was fortunate not to lose yards on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Holstein. It's caught, it's Johnson. Brought down just outside the red zone, he moves the changes to the 22. The defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Unloads quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, prime position for a score. And that's why QBs like the tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with a run. And he walked this in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt! This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to free the hole for this running back if he's able to take advantage. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts it up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to Kevin. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here's a return. Justin never had a chance to shake loose and be brought down at the 24. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Leaves it with the back. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back. Grayling by a field goal, 10-7. The game stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle. Wear them out. Sometimes it's 3 to 4 yard runs. Later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Gotta give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in the back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it. Dropping back, it's Moss. Looking for a deep man. That's the catch on the left. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll lead it with it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Yeah, I kind of like how the running back didn't miss around, but just get downhill when you see it open. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to play.
After the productive first down play in 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29. Back and forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little less time. Think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Gives it on the option. There he goes. They got this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the run back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make us out here. But he'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Through the air, it's Moss. Touchdown Cardinals! Well, it didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. He didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tag one more on that lead. And he made that extra point to wet turf, no problem at all. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. What a good mix of plays keeping that defense off balance last time, Dave. And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth with last drive. So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing. After that big gain to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Good bullet on the read. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know firing is just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do go to the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. I'll put this one up. No, it's not. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone. Now, I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Dropping back is Holstein. It's a fly! And trying to point the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Well, he's even there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense, throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting a run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on. Louisville has it back to the offense coming out ready to attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Looked as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Watson. He has the first and still on his feet. Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches. And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can both find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. The run to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he pounding? I think he's pounding to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense. He got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Soften him up with a run and now to throw. With the cap, it's Lacey. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success. Scanning the field is Moss. Going for the big play. Hitchman straight at the tag. for the score.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You can tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
On the attempt to try. And with the extra point, they would push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They like to be more productive this time, baby.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass. And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Back to pass. On the defensive deep. Brings it down on the right side. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds for his first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defenses give them and creating explosive play.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got first and 10 inside the 40. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Panthers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points made on them.
It's so underrated, the relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be, and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to the nice touchdown pass. Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great, because coverage is going to be tight, the throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now and again.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a cut closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's brought down after a good return gets out to the 31. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What's this defense got to do to get stopped here? I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you gotta find somebody that can make you play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive, let's blitz more, let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Looking to pass, it's Moss. Using the quick game. Nifty little juke in his hop to the 37 before he stopped.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a method in his offense, catching the football.
And the Cardinals come to the line on third down play to keep this drive alive. Probably got Moss to pass. Got it in the middle is Stewart. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they got the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now all of a sudden, head coach has to make a decision.
They put it away on 4th down. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. offense back on the field and ready to roll. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Our across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere. But you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Excellent job walking through the area, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job on the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They've got it 1st and 10 at 50. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in, it's Reed. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line, it'll be a first down.
That's a nice throw by the QB. When you throw it running backs, you gotta make it easy. So you wanna put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, now Leonard inside. They're trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Holstein. Catching to the back. And they wrapped him up, and now before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He'll do it himself. Right down to the open. Gets down with the slide. Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose, he gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback. And the Panthers at this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to run, it's Reed. South at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're going to run into the run. Spins away from the defender. They get him down. He was driving his way. He gets it down to the 7-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Panthers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just poured down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense. That's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after getting into the end zone that last drive, they're set to dig it away. From inside the pen, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop with the 19. On the move, it's Watson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offensively, you want to run that counter, right? To try to take advantage of hyperactive defenses. Legit poor execution. Not a good job understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside. And if I was outside, motivate that thing inside. The offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got it up pretty quick. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now is third down. Looking to throw, it's Moss. The short hands, it's Macy. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That's a reproductive play for this offense. The Cardinals will line up and fire away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Let's see if we can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. And he can't connect on the throw, it's incomplete. On the chase now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, up back to the air. Pressure coming. Fires on the run. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down is coming up. Well, he's looked up at his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else. You're not going to get to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback, bringing the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down. We'll have to boot this one away. Doesn't take much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll go to the ground. On a nasty move, and now he's got room. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the stakes for the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's hard to run the defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes in it. Got stopped on first down and second and 10. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Throws from the tight end. Wide open downfield. That's it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, leads it on the inside with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and they give red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Watson. He's dragged down to the 12. They try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find the hole, get downhill taller, and get the 1st down?
Yeah, and it helps you when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in his offense.
Down to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Real nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Get again for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just enough space to cross the 25, but to mark it at the 27-yard line. Give to the running back. Some runs like that can really help the field position as they're up at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for a man, it's Holstein. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds incomplete. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put them points on the board before the break. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires with a tight end. We've got a timeout in the remaining seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle of his lead. They'll immediately call timeout. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to fire. Falls toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it in the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors and our halftime update. Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And if you thought that was a quick 1st half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock. Behind offensive line to look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh. And the Cardinals will get it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll start the third quarter with a run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? To the air, it's Holstein. Firing to the right, complete. And that's a short, safe pass way to pick up the field. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy is really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
On third down, he drops the throw. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. That would be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Looking for a crease as Reed finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
That run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get all those defensive linemen, try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Big tip fires complete. And the big fella quick to elude the quarterback makes a short tackle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but gotta give the quarterback credit for the location of the throw. Because he played out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On the option. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
That's gotta hurt for the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback, with his size and his athleticism, that's gonna be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Get the lineup to fire away. They'll look to pin him deep. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Louisville has it back on the offense, coming out ready to attack. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the outlet. Gotta throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Occupating down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down it goes at the 22.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. Early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The Cardinals will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse, able to punch and bail them out. Another punt on the way. Gotta make sure those handies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from both views. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. shoot quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like that big, reliable security market. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. You see big, huge guys that if I throw anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Back up now, here's second and long. Looking for room, it's Lee. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get across the line and pick up the first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Get out to the supersonic guy. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The defense, man, it helps you a lot when you could be a linebacker or a corner, safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense to understand us like QB is a threat. And they're gonna run all kinds of options. He's gonna run the football. They were dialed in and got that son of a gun.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Wants to throw, it's Holstein. Calls it in. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you run the slant route and it's hit man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Looking downfield on first down. Sag in the middle, it's Williams. Good job running that route. That pass is sticks because he got nothing after that.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Takes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. They'll try to get it in with a run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And with that, they jump on top here in the second half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown for the running back. The offensive line taking holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts it up by a field goal. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside zone 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, and as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete, a big hit there forces second down.
We can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. He knew coming into this game that he had say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, you gotta be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line box for a certain hole, good job getting through the hole, getting over his block, get a nice positive game, making their situation really good on that time.
And the Cardinals come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. With jet sweep pass. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And that's a gut punch, especially for the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they set you up in fourth down.
Hunt is on its way. No chance for a return. He makes a fair catch at the 26, and that's when they'll go to work. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Use the play fake, now throw. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys are going to look at the quarterback. They're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
And he has a solid gain on the clear for sliding.
Yeah, it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience in the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Williams. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on out with no spot at the 43.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. Then we want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down the final play from his offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last made win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
No pulling down the lead. What a job up front. He'll lose the yard on that one.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense. Their offense trying to go option QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up first without scoring. Gonna run it, it's Reed. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you gotta bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. Fires in the end zone. Already dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really gotta have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they gotta be on the same page.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
They must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. Because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Wants to go up top. And they're running in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem.
Not my first rodeo. Been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, I'm taking it in myself.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and his defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Back pass is Moss. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make the big play there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place. Was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Catch in the middle, it's Watson. Really good pickup on second down there, leaves him with 3rd and 2.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
This offense can ill afford to come empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if he had an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This is a spot you see many returners trying to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. To the ground with the back. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense. They're getting tackled for loss, but on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. A little screen to running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it too. They're trying to get him going there.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man, it's Holstein. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He makes a fair catch, couple steps inside zone 25 at the 23-yard line. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the gun, the running back has it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allow these linebackers to run free, unencumbered and get to the football.
2nd down, he'll throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Mayala. Now with the Ville, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense this season. Coaching for Miller Moss, the chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wind it back to the line of scrimmage. And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. That they needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the second half, defense picking up where it left off. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the third period, and will carry that one into the fourth. You want to talk about his favorite receiver? It might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hand in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play. He might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Into draw. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to it in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense just going after him, they stop it for a loss of 6. The offense is trying to go with the trick play, they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to it and make a big tackle for a loss. On 3rd and long, you'll need to loosen up that arm. Left over the middle, it's Collins. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, trailing what they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. The draw draws nothing except the swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And you gotta get locked in. It's a lot defense coordinator will tell you, we'll give up yards, we'll understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job. Down here near the goal line, this defense pulling their neck up in a base side. You're right to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere running down he goes after losing 6.
Listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, they can't do it. You can't go back-to-back negative plays. You gotta be smart with the football here. Looks like you're gonna have to throw it. You just can't force it. You gotta make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. Get to the center.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense take. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. It can be tricky to watch.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game, still sitting at 10. And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. But the field goal miss may great, and it doesn't kickers have improved the last couple of years, or less improved off the scoreboard there. Looking for room, it's Reed. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Finds his big tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Pitt will line up the Hunter Lane. They're up to half a dozen kicks today. Wants to bring it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Louisville has the back in the offense coming out ready to attack. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had over the missed field goal to ruin the drive. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40 and it's a first down.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's gonna be in his hands. Gotta get to him, gotta ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Give to Brown. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to a run like this, obviously, you can throw some plays in the passing game, but you gotta stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Send the tight end in motion. Power football with the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. So they agree with me. So I think what you want to get off the football, make the play. That's all you teach athletes there.
Back to pass, it's Moss. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers.
Now I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that side? They just can't come up with the completion.
And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They'll rise to running back and leave it with it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's get him 2 out to the 20.
At this point in the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going to motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these guys successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I gotta get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his chest. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
3rd and long, he'll try to throw for it. Set that to screen. They'll make this stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Gotta give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him.
Pitt will have to put this one away. He's gonna try to flip the field with this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to play
this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be...
Oh, he's got some space. He put them in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. The gift to the back. He gets nothing, and they're saying stubborn to this running man, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There's absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff and he's going right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There's nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Moss. Oh, they're after him. Not a man, it's Bell. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they got a first at the 32.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The give to the tailback. Stonewall again. No gate on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
Hey, he barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. That's a short pass to the tight end. And then all the makings of Mark Windshield, Emma Corner, take it on to the tight end and keep it from getting first. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it downfield. They'll finally put the brace on him at the 3-8. Big throw, catch and run on that one. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Time's ahead. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Cardinals. Precision blocking up front created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The AD unit on the field. And the PAT will fall them 1 point closer. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up with a kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. But inside his own pen, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had him, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well, so this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession, because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Obviously, when you're playing a relay like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and this receiver just could not reel it in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to work it at the 39, and a really nice pick up there.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, gets to be go-to that guy.
Pittsburgh going to work with the first set of downs. Through the air, it's Holstein. Got his man on the line. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
We're able to find a tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4.
Yeah, it's a nice job on the defense. Obviously backed up against it, time running out. Gotta get the football back. 2 good plays, now 3rd down. I stay aggressive, have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive, get that football back for your offense.
On 3rd and long, he's gonna have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. Got the first down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
That's such a gut punch if you're a defense as you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Now they'll mighty to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Face the ground. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
The corner route will always be one of those staple routes versus zone. So if you see zone, it's a great job by the wide receiver pushing vertically. You see him threaten that safety, and then you break off to the sideline where it's really hard for that corner to get back in the play.
They go to the ground. Turning it on. Really good running. There's an open for red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Defense uses the timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll ride Davis here. Got some room head to the goal line. And he'll step in the end zone. Touchdown Panthers.
That is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's off. And the quarterback goes knocked down back in the 13. But listen, the quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see some, but just couldn't do anything about this defensive line. This pressure into the quarterback and get him on the ground. The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside the 20. Looking downfield and he needs a bunch. Intercepted, the defense is set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. Here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. Big INT, finally defense makes a play, man. It looks like they just closed the door on this one. Boy, and you know Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The RPO flipped complete to the left. He shot up for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. And they'll take in the air, lets the clock keep on winding its way toward victory.